Now, going over to the political part of the podcast, you have Vivek's critique on Lindsey Graham's pro-war interview goes viral, getting 1 million views in one day. Not to brag, but I did get 18 views on the Twitter last week when I was telling people about the free 37mm flare launcher with every 37K purchase for Topic Technologies. For me, I'd say that's pretty viral. I would also argue quality over quantity. The most awesome 18 people in the world saw that tweet, I'm sure. Or X post, whatever you want to call it. Nevertheless, going back to the real news with Vivek, he has a little text before the actual video. And if you do have suggestions for video technology production software, I'd appreciate it because I've tried a couple, still having issues finding one that will reliably work when I'm making these productions. Now, the text before this interview, Vivek says, quote, "This feels a lot like 2022. Young people today wonder how the U.S. ended up in no-win wars in Iraq and Afghanistan for decades after 9/11. Open your eyes, and now you know we must learn from the mistakes of the past or we will be destined to repeat them in the future," unquote. And I got 1 million views in a single day, and that is in response to this Lindsey Gram interview, and it looks like it was done on Meet the Press. So without further ado, we'll take a look at Lindsey Gram.
Let me ask you about Iran, Senator. The broader region, of course. You said this week that the only way to keep the war from escalating is to hold Iran accountable, part of what you're talking about now, and that it might mean bombing their oil refineries. Yeah. Have you had any discussions with the Biden administration about this?
A bit. I want to applaud President Biden for his strong statement in support of Israel. I just got off the phone with the Israelis. Their goal is to destroy Hamas in the south and try to save as many innocent Palestinians as possible to prevent escalation north from Hezbollah. Here's my message. If Hezbollah, which is a proxy of Iran, launches a massive attack on Israel, I'll consider that a threat to the state of Israel, existential in nature. I will introduce a resolution in the United States Senate to allow military action by the United States in conjunction with Israel to knock Iran out of the oil business. Iran, if you escalate this war, we're coming for you.
Are you effectively poised to declare war on Iran? That's very strong language.
I am poised to use military force to destroy the source of funding for Hamas and Hezbollah. The idea that Iran read about this operation in the paper or on television is laughable. 93% of Hezbollah and Hamas's money comes from Iran. They're the source of the problem. They're the great evil. So if Hezbollah escalates against Israel, it will be because Iran told them to. Then Iran, you're in the crosshairs of the United States and Israel.
Now, interestingly enough, in terms of Lindsey Gram, I can't help but wonder, how many years ago is he a member of the graham cracker family? I'm pretty sure that's Hibisco. Who owns them? Who invented the graham cracker? Sylvester Graham in 1794 invented the graham cracker. I do not believe he's related to Lindsey Gram, so I'm not saying he gets an F for marketing of her last name, but it's kind of silly to be named after a food or something like that. It's almost as bad as topping. Oh, wait. Nevertheless, I wonder, in terms of a Republican nominee, Vivek calling this out is a little bit more of a contrarian move. Now, it'll be interesting to see. Let me know in the comments. I wonder what the comments are here. Good, bad, happy, sad. Usually overwhelmingly supportive of Vivek. I think it'll be lower than usual. I think it'll be 50-50. I think it'll be a split comment ratio. Let's find out and dive right in. Let's see here. First comment. Very first comment is from Stace Riley saying, quote, "Hello, Lindsey Gram. Your 2002 foreign policy is calling," unquote, getting 22 likes. The first response that got the most likes is Banchi saying, quote, "It feels nothing like 2002. No one is talking about going to war except Lindsey Gram, and he's always talking about it," unquote. He got 156 likes. Somebody named Vince Dow saying, 100%, what's even sadder is seeing conservatives who claim to get it now falling for the exact same thing again, unquote. And he got 41 likes. Let's see here. One of the other top comments here. Not as many hearts as usual, or likes. Someone by the name of Justin of Earth 1 saying, quote, why does anyone even talk to Lindsey Gram? Honestly, it's beyond me, unquote. Getting 11 likes. Which, yeah, this is probably the first time we've talked about him on the show. Not saying Lindsey Gram is terrible at marketing, but the fact he is not on the campaign trail when he is campaigning with himself holding a bag of graham crackers is beyond me. And how that's not a meme already is beyond me as well. I'm not encouraging anyone to do that and then post it ridiculously on the Twitter. That would not all be hilarious. Nevertheless, other comments include... let's see here. Mike Max saying, quote, temporary airport restrictions are not permanent. We haven't learned anything in 20 years, unquote. Getting 17 likes. It is, yeah, it's one of those things where, geez, if you ever had the opportunity to fly in an airplane before 9/11, the stark contrast in service is ridiculous to say the least. Let's just say every time you go to the airport now, you have the TSA, which is just theater security. They're about as effective as the U.S. government. They missed 99% of threats when they were last tested by a third party, where they had people sneaking stuff on planes that wasn't supposed to be there. Needless to say, you're kind of sad how your freedoms are all stripped as soon as you have to go to the airport. But yeah, prior to 9/11, you didn't have to get to the airport 2 hours early. I'll just say that much. And the TSA didn't steal your stuff all back in the day as well. Let's see. A lot of hidden... Let's see here. Albert Latham saying, quote, I remember Vivek and I supported and argued for those open-ended wars way too long, way after the sand turned into quagmire, unquote, getting 11 likes. Barons von M saying, quote, LG is a sick man who gets high on wars, unquote. She got 11 likes as well. Let's see here. Now, I don't know if this is true in terms of, I don't know what his stock holdings are or what his stock positions are, but someone by the name of Ahmed Makadil saying, quote, he loves wars, and it's a picture of Lindsey Gram with all the logos of the top 6 defense contractors, them being Lockheed, Raytheon, General Dynamics, L3 Technologies, Northrop Grumman, and Boeing. They got 29 likes. Someone by the name of Amy Doc Chai saying, quote, I love our military. That is why I don't want to create more war, peace through strength, rational use of force, negotiation first. These simple ideas should not be controversial, unquote. She got 11 likes. A to the space says, quote, it feels choreographed. This is all coming at a time where public support for funding Ukraine has faltered, unquote, getting 27 likes. Let's see here. There's a lot. Let's see here. A lot of people saying what he says makes sense to me. A lot of people saying agreed, getting 1 to 3 likes. A lot of people saying exactly. So interesting enough, a lot more support than I previously projected. I'd say, I'd still say 70% are in support of what Vivek is saying. Or actually, more than that. Yeah, actually, I'd say it's about the same ratio as usual. It'll be interesting to see. It is fascinating to see throughout my lifetime how certain political parties used to be quote-unquote pro-war or anti-war, and now it seems like I really don't trust party affiliations. I always say if you're going to vote for someone, don't really trust that little letter next to their name. Look at what their voting patterns actually are, since nowadays, I was going to say, there's a lot more nuances when it comes to their actual voting patterns and what they're standing for. So it'll be interesting to see if this is becoming a huge political topic. How will the rest of the Republican candidates stand on it? And will it be a divisive issue that helps people go ahead or decrease in the polls for the Republican nominee for the presidential election next year? It'll be interesting. Let me know in the comments. Do you think Vivek will be the only one with his take? And the fact that he doesn't have a t-shirt or a mug or some type of swag that says Vivek's take is beyond me, because that would just be brilliant marketing. Not A+, but perhaps B plus or B idea. I'd say let me know in the comments. Would you buy a t-shirt that says Vivek's take or something like that? I can't help but think that'd be brilliant. But that's just my 3 cents. It used to be 2 cents, but 40-year hyperinflation just gotta be 3 cents. Should be 4 cents, but I'm a generous man. But Just 3 cents for my opinion today. Though, it is still free to click the subscribe button below. Or to the side, or up. I don't know how your phone is oriented, or your PC if you're actually sitting down and watching this on the computer. Either way, click that button. Much appreciated. Thank you everyone again for taking the time to tune in. We're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of October, so if you could click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, all the comments are greatly appreciated as well. We try to make the show better and better together. Don't forget to take the time to like the video because it might help with the algorithm. It seems to change on a daily basis of how the magical wizards at YouTube recommend videos or not. But what helps the channel even more out is if you just take the time, and I do appreciate it, take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.